All right, folks, one more set of problems with chapter 13. So let's take a look. So in this one, we have Alex is 31 years old. He's in New Mexico. He works for Los Alamos National Laboratory, whatever that is. Anyway, they have a 401k plan. That's good. Okay, they have a 401k plan, and for every $1 the employee contributes, up to 9%, they contribute $3. So that's 1 to 3, 3 to 1 match. So this is what I'm saying. Anytime somebody's going to give you $3 for every dollar you invest, you do it, okay, to the max. All right. Then it says it's a 6-year graded vesting schedule. So he's now in his 5th year, and his current salary is $220,000. His tax rate's 24%. Now, what they're going to do, they want to ask about some questions. So what I did, I actually moved the questions down with the answers so you could see them. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. So here's the questions and the answer. It says here, assume over the past 4 years that Alex contributed $45,000 to his 401k and his employer contributed $115,000 to his plan. Okay. The account balance is $175,000. It says they want to know, what is Alex's vested account balance? So vested is based on the number of years in service. So the first thing to realize is that his money is vested. Okay? So his money is vested. So whatever he put in there, he gets to keep. Okay? So let's take a look. So here's how it works out. Okay? Total amount is $124,688. Okay, so here's what happens. Alex's contributions are $45,000, okay, and the company's $115,000. Okay. To get the accrued benefit to his contributions, you get $49,219. How do you get that? You take $175. This is the full value. Times his contribution times the total amount. So this as a percentage. So 45 divided by 160. Well, let's see what percentage that is. You grab a calculator here real quick. Calculator. Okay. So let's go take a look. So we got 45 divided by 160. 28.28125. Okay. So this is, go back over here, 0.28125 times 175,000. Okay, that's going to be his accrued benefit. That's how much of the benefit for him. Okay, now what's the rest of it? The rest of it is this. He's got the total amount is 175 minus this 49,219. This is the amount from what's his name? From Alex. Okay? So you take the total benefit minus the amount from Alex, right? And what happens is you wind up getting $125,781. Now, if you go over after that number of years, he only has 60% of it is accrued. Okay? So 60% times this gives you that 75. So the two numbers together, this is from Alex, and the calculation for that is, this is the calculation for Alex right here where I put A, and the 75,469 from the employer, this calculation is right here where I put B. Okay, you got to calculate it out because it's not, unless they've gone all the way through and they're fully vested, that's what you need to do. Okay? Like I said, anytime somebody gives you matching, take it, maximize it. Okay, second one says, because Alex considers his employee matching contributions free money, and by the way, he is right, he wants to maximize the amount. Maximize the amount. It says, what is the least amount Alex can contribute and still maximize their contribution? Okay, so the question is here, what you have to figure out, how much can they put in? Okay, So the problem is here, the maximum allowable is $23,000. Okay, that's the max. This is the max. MAX. That's the maximum that you can put in by the law. Now they said he makes $220,000. $220,000, and it's limited to 9% of his salary times 0.09, right? So this winds up with $19,800. So 9% is the maximum, right? But what you really want to know, is that the maximum $69,000 is the employee plus contribution. Again, it's another rule. So this is the maximum amount. So this is the A here. This is Alex. This is the employer. And this is the maximum amount. Okay? So what you do is you simply calculate this out and you get $17,250. So in other words, he doesn't have to put in this amount. That's the maximum allowed because he's going to be limited to this. So you have two different limitations. One, the allowable employee contribution. This is one limit. So there's three limitations here. There's the employee contribution by the government. That's $23,000. The employee contribution by LA&L, and that's $19,800. And then the maximum contribution for both, which is $69,000. And that's why we were solving for $69,000. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. So you see, we're working with three different constraints here. And what he wanted to know is what's the least amount of money he can put in to get all the money he can. Well, the most money he can is the $69,000. So even though he's allowed to put 9% because of his salary, it goes over. When you add them all together, it goes above the $69,000 or the $23,000. So that's why he had to do that. Okay? All right, next question here. He wants to build a home theater, and so he's going to withdraw $30,000 from his traditional 401k. It says, what amount of withdrawal after taxes and penalties will Alex have available to complete his project? Okay, this is a very, very bad idea. Okay. Bad idea. Go get a loan, go do something else. Don't do this. So he is going to withdraw it at $30,000. He pays 24% tax. That alone is $7,200. Okay? So we got $7,200. This is in tax, regular tax. Now he's got a penalty because he's withdrawing it early. Right? He's got $30,000 withdrawal times 10%, 10% distribution. So we got $7,200. This is the tax. We got a penalty, $3,000, $10,200. So if he takes out 30, he takes out 30. Nets $19,800. Very, 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 very bad idea. All right. Yeah. Just a bad idea overall, right? That's not the way you want to do it. He'd be better off taking a loan out against his retirement. So many other things. Terrible idea. Okay. All right. Last one here we're going to take a look at. It says here Alex contributes $10,000 to his 401k. And 30 years from now, says he's going to retire at age 61. He withdraws the $10,000 contribution made this year and all the earnings generated. Assume that he's in the marginal tax rate is 24%. If he earns 6% annual before tax rate, what are the after-tax proceeds of his distribution? So they want to know after-tax proceeds. Okay, so the first thing you got to do is how much money did he put away? $10,000. Okay. So $10,000 times the future value factor. Now again, he's putting the money in up front. So this is the future value of an annuity due. So if you take 1 point, so the factor is going to be 5.7435. So it's future value of an annuity due. So he puts $10,000 in one time. That's it, one time. And basically 30 years from now, he's going to have $57,435. And let me just go here, let me go over here and go future value annuity due. Hopefully, will that give me a future value of annuity due? Nope. Okay. Let's see. Future value annuity due. Future value annuity due table. Here we go. Let's use the table. Here we go. So this is 30 years. Let's see, we got 30 years. Here's 6%. And let's see, 30 years. 30 years, 6%. They got 6%. They got 83 point. Something is wrong there. 83. Pause. All right, folks, so I kind of screwed up. So I was thinking future value of an annuity due. It wasn't an annuity. It was a single payment. So I'm looking at the number. I had to stop the thing for a minute, kind of doing this on the fly. I'm like, that number doesn't make sense. I was looking at it as an annuity. It's a single payment. So I was looking at the wrong chart, basically. So our future value of dollar, so take a look right here, future value of dollar, 6%. We're going to go down here to 30 years. See that 5.7439 right here? So if we go back to the document, okay, that's how they get this $57,000. Then you subtract the 24% tax, and then there is the net amount. So this up here, this should not be. This is, this should be, let me write this here. Where's my pen working? This is a future value table. It's not an annuity. It's one payment. So, sorry folks, screwed that up. But anyway, there you go. A couple of other problems for you to take a look at. I hope you find that helpful. Feel free to ask any questions. Talk to you soon.